Welcome to Spiritual Awakening family. It is a journey of joyous discovery and creation, of identifying new horizons, new potential. You are truly moving. And yes, there is an element of what you can think of as transition. You are moving from a place of preparation, and might we suggest, yes, of course preparation is not something that one does and then you are finished with it, so always, inspiration, intention, formulation of plans is a critical ingredient in your creation process. And always, there are processes within processes within processes insofar as, think of it in this way, I create a planet and then a solar system or a galaxy, and a universe and a multiverse and an omniverse and so on, and each has many, many components of formulation. Insofar as your own process, your own beautiful expansion, you are also in this place. And even before we go any further than that, I want to suggest to you, no, I tell you, that much of the information, and more importantly the energies of love, of my love, of our love, of your love, that you have allowed to penetrate you and expand you in the past year have been phenomenal and accurate. Is it 100%? Number. There is always room for greater clarity, but that is not an issue because you are doing extraordinarily well. And not only, you have made this transition from simply seeking information or insight as, shall we say, data or dictionary, to truly integrating and anchoring not only the information but the energies. And we have formed, and I say we in the largest sense of the word, we have formed this deep partnership, never overriding but what has occurred is truly the formulation and anchoring, the implementation of our cooperative partnership, and that has not only been necessary and desirable, it has been a joy. And it has been a joy not only to you and to me and to all of us that can join in this undertaking. You know, I have need of many voices of clarity, many mentors, many teachers, many channels, upon this planet during the time of change and shift, of transition, completely anchoring in the higher octave of the 13th. Completely leaving the old realm of 1212 behind. That old realm is as much ancient history as the fall of Atlantis or the decay of Lemuria. Much attention is often paid, and rightly so, by the way, to the glory days, shall we say, of Atlantis or Lemuria, because there is really no desire to look at the heartbreaking situations that occurred as these golden ages came to fall apart. But even in that, there were important understandings, lessons, surrenders to be gleaned. And so it is as you leave this transition age, the age of portal openings, of 1111, 1212 and harmonic convergence, behind, not that you forget them, that those lessons are anchored and integrated, but that the focus and the focused action of bringing forth new creation is forward thrust. And so you do this for your beloved self, for your inner circle, shall we say, but you also do this on behalf of humanity, sweet angel, and you also do it on my behalf, and you have gained great clarity in that regard. So you have reached a deeper, broader, newer understanding of our union, and a happier, more joyous, but more bubbly acceptance of what our co-creation looks like. Yes, there is still some clearing of the debris, some bringing forth of what is need to be looked at, examined, and surrendered before it is completely and entirely discarded. But that is well underway. So now, hand in hand, heart in heart, in the spaciousness of your being and what I suggest to you, my being, we bring forth the new, and it is creation in a very different way, and it is not merely creation in the unseen realms. Does it begin and end there? Yes, it most certainly does, but in the interim, there are physical, tangible constructions to be made and to be completed. And when I speak of this, I mean not only in the grander scheme of the collective or the community, the outer community. I also mean, sweet one, sweet daughter of my heart, in your life, in your experience of this journey upon the planet at this juncture. And you have cleaned house as it were, and you have prepared for this blossoming, and you are allowing. So begin your creation work, not only with firm intent, with glorious excitement, chuckles, but also in the tangible realm. And I mean this from everything, from love and partnership to new directions. Those who would wish to have any interference or even a trace of struggle are not to be welcomed. They may well observe what you are up to, but do not invite and engage them in your creation processes over the next year. Let them see the ease and how it is done. Let them learn by watching and by following your example. The whole point is when you throw your net, let it settle over them so that your expanded Gabriel's new grid is a unified grid. So it is resting upon them, the transmissions are going out, but you are not pulling them into this inner circle. You are transmitting out. Think of what you mean and what we mean when we speak of sacred partnership, and when we speak about forming, building, creating, expanding community. Your vision of having the space literally, physically, of people coming together to sit in the harmony of soul, of spirit, of unity, of oneness, of heart connection, is absolutely not only valid but correct, and that will come to pass. So this is not an aspect of your vision, sweet one, that we are suggesting that you let go of, but you have also been correct in simply setting it aside for the moment, because much of humanity, particularly during this time of the elimination of the chaos, the transmutation of the chaos, the revelation of the depth of the chaos, while they have been sidetracked, they have been distracted. And that is alright, because the awareness, as I have said, whether it is the fall of Atlantis or the fall of this 1212, needed to come to the surface so that it was eliminated, but also recognized so that it is not repeated. So what you are doing in the new era is you are still having and building the sense of community, but your approach, which is the correct and adequate and the marvelous approach, is by using this transmission factor which has been phenomenally upgraded with the new grid that Gabriel has given you, quite literally, with my permission and blessing. What you are doing is you are sending out along that grid, which to most is as yet invisible. It does not matter, it is as strong and as tangible as anything. You are sending out along that grid, from house to house to house to house, that heart connection, that gentleness, that love that you are carrying, that sense of ease and play, so that they are becoming increasingly familiar with it. And what you are learning and recognizing as well is that it is not necessary, yes, often desirable but not necessary, in order for this work to be done, for the expansion to take place, to be in the same room, body to body, heart to heart to heart, hand to hand to hand, that it is traveling out at the speed of love in perfectly efficient and efficacious ways, and so that the work is being done until it will reach a point, and it will reach a point, where people will say, you know, I love it when we get together. It is not that it is an urge or an urgent need or necessary. It is the joy, it is that sense of surrender, of sublime ease, of let's get together and do this. So whether it is an entire planet, house to house or city to city, or in a single room, it matters not. So as you are holding and demonstrating and patterning and teaching the love, the hope, the ease, the blue of peace and the blue of my nurturing, you are doing your work, and as you are manifesting it in the physical, whether it is a smile at the coffee shop or climbing a mountain, it matters not. You are transmitting, and transmitting 24/7, yes, particularly even in your dream work time. You have also learned how important it is to be at ease, to literally wallow in the delicious soup of my grace. I did not ask of thee, and you did not promise to me to go to Gaia and simply work and work and work. I asked you to come and hold the hope and the higher paradigm and to play, to be in that sacred balance. Humans have forgotten how angels play, and this value that has been assigned to production. And I say production rather than work. There is a belief that this is what is valued, and that is not so. Does it have its place? Of course, but some of the best work is done in the ease and the laughter, the grace of play, and that is also what you are reminding the human race of. You are not strident, and that is a gift. This is also something the humans sometimes forget, that the decline, the dissipance, The diminishment of the old is as much a gift as the anchoring of what is replacing it with a new. When you focus on the new, you are getting rid of the old. So when you subtract, think of it as very simple mathematics. When you subtract from your basket, when you take out of your basket, subtracting the distraction of hatred, of judgment, then what you have done, giving it back to me or Mikhail or any of us. What you have done is create in that basket the room, the spaciousness for the new. So in that, either there is an expansion of the bounty, say, of trust, or the adding of a flower, of sharing. So you make more room for what you wish to bring in and what you wish to hold, rather than being caught in this. What human beings have felt is a struggle to get rid of something. It is as gentle as simply tossing it, as if you are tossing a petal of a flower out of your bat onto the floor. I catch it, I take care of it, it is done. Your role as wayshower, as gatekeeper, is not about looking back. You have had a period of assignment, shall we say, to the cleanup crew. That assignment is over. Your assignment is in the anchoring of the new, in the anchoring of the spaciousness, in the transmission of the love and of the play and of the new way of being. Because human beings, as they are letting go, they're really not sure, and that is not a criticism or a critique, it is just that they have been really caught in the quicksand of the old for so long. So they are beginning to let go, but they are looking around and saying, well, what's next? What am I supposed to do? How do I do this? What you are doing in thought, word, deed, energetically patterning, is you are saying, this is how you do it. Come on over here. So you are showing them. So your focus is forward present. Yes, because I am not asking you to absent yourself from the current reality of my eternal now, but it is present future thrust, not past cleanup, looking back. Yes, memory is important so that the mistakes and the downfall is not repeated. But looking back at this point is not your job. So decide what you are choosing to bring forth on behalf of you, on behalf of me, on behalf of the Father and I, for the collective, for that family that you love, for your heart's desire. You know how to do this, and where there are questions, we most certainly will be bringing forth answers. It is a joyous, exciting time of discovery. That is why at moments I do not use just the term transition, because the discovery is the delight. It is not about being becalmed at sea, adrift and unknown. It is a journey of joyous discovery and creation, of identifying new horizons, new potential. Do not be surprised, because we are inspiring thee, when you get new ideas about things that you would like to try and do. Yes, both spiritually and tangibly in your physical realm, because part of this expansion isn't just the fulfillment of what you think of and dream of as your current heart's desires, as your current dreams. We are also introducing the new, and that is phenomenal. So when you think you have a random thought, which of course there is no such thing, do not hesitate to pursue it. Do not hesitate to embrace it. Do not hesitate to explore. You are not exploring and going on some scenic detour, because you have deeply aligned with our divine heart, mind and will. So these inspirations do not come from the ego self. Oh, we do not wish to eliminate your egoic or your delightful personality. It is charming, it is powerful, it is sweet, it is funny, it is kind, it is loving, but the time of those detours is long over. So do not hesitate to explore. Do not think, well, I don't know where that's going to take me, or if that's going to take me down a rabbit hole or into a becalmed area of the ocean. Do it with the excitement that you are a pathfinder, you are a wayshower and a teacher. One can only teach what one knows, and there is so much more to truly know. I hope you like the video. Welcome to your channel. Don't forget to check out the other uploads.